we're starting a new Stranded, and in the survival or in the story on this one is that we have been being trained by the Viking, and we're being trained in the way they would train their people and their young folk, yeah. And so basically what they do is they set them on a world and they say find a portal. You can't use their ship. You can find a ship if it's a crash ship to get your pilot's license, and or be trained by the pilot that you find, but you can't just lift off the system. So let's see, I have to be able to do the recipes and the blueprints and turn off the tutorials. And then the goal here, I found a Korvax world, I found a Viking world. We're looking for the representatives that they have said, and we're trying to find a Gek world now. And so the goal here is to go through the portal, and let's cross our fingers that it's a Gek system. If it's not, then we might end up doing it again. So, so we're gonna confirm and start the game. Here we go. Oh, and also I should mention that it's going to be a little shorter this time because I have another obligation that I've got. So probably about a half an hour maybe. And then we will pick up again tomorrow and keep on. So we're going in, and the goal is to survive. And we're going in. We can't use the ship. The ship they've given me is always a clunker, and it always falls apart as soon as they arrive. They've often knocked me out or whatever just to get me to land there. But they've given me a survival kit, and the survival kit is what we can use, which is the base. We can have one base, but only one base at a time. And then, but we can use whatever we can find around us. We can build whatever we can build. We can't go to the space stations, but we can stay on the planet as long as we need, and we can wander around as much as we need to find any modules since we're not going to space stations. We are allowing for the drop pod as far as space is concerned, or the tech, but until we arrive at a new system, we're not adding any additions to the exosuit as far as inventory space, because we're going to build other things that give us inventory spaces. So that's how we're going to work this. And then let's see, what else? There's other things. We cannot teleport to any place. There's only the portals that we can use. But if we happen to find a base, I mean, if we get lucky enough to find someone else's base, we can search through their items and borrow the food or whatever that might be available, right? So, or use their market. So we got lots of possibilities here. Unending sunlight. We are on a hot planet. No, not a hot planet. No, I'm kidding. We'll deal with it. Here is our ship. There's our survival kit. We're going to, what I'm immediately looking for, aside from the ferrite, is carbon. Because we're going to need that. We're just going to start shooting now the rocks that are around us, because we need as much ferrite dust as we can get as quickly as we can get it. Okay, well, I can't scan until this. Until I fix this, so I gotta get what I can get as soon as I can get it. And it looks like some of these rocks are like old formations here. Some of them look like they're animals. So we definitely have some fossil rocks going on here. Yep, I'm getting that as much as I can. That's what it is. It's a survival kit. It barely is a survival kit, but it's what gives us access to our blueprints and our the way to make a base. So yeah, it's our survival kit. Now, the reason I wanted all that carbon, and I do want as much carbon as I can get, is so that I can make a floor, and make a wall, make a roof. The cave is way over there. But fortunately, this is basically flat here. Oh, I haven't claimed the base yet. Better do that. Claiming the base. I can only have one base at a time, so once we're finished with this base, then that's all, you know, all she wrote there. This is the base. Alright. This Kagoni base. Oh, that's nice. That's a name. Not the worst name they've given us, that's for sure. Okay, base. And I think what I've learned is not to bother with a door. We just want to do the rounded timber. This is enough to, if I come in here, it'll double my speed on the healing of my health. So that's why we want the base here. Alright, and I'm going to take a moment, actually. The last time I did this, it was very dark, and I am kind of not a fan of that per se, so I am putting down, I wonder if it gives me lights. I am putting down a light. There. Oh, that's gonna be much nicer. Okay, so now what I need to do is look at my scanner in my multi-tool. I almost have enough to fix things. I need a carbon nanotube, and I need 5 more of the rock. So let's see if I can make a carbon nanotube. Okay, so the goal is to kind of fix things up in here and fix things up. I know what I need. Let's talk about what I kind of need to do here. Okay, is if I build, I need to make a couple of things, and one of them specifically is I need to make the oxygen harvester, which is going to get me all the oxygen I need, but that does mean I have to go out and find the hydrogen and metal for the metal plating. I also need to get myself a planter, and that'll give me all the carbon I need, but that means I'm going to have to find the carbon to make the condensed carbon. So I need to start with a personal refiner, which means I find oxygen and then metal plating. And everything else will kind of start with me finding all that. Let's take a moment and see what's in the cave. Look, there's the fossils there. Is that just regular ferrite? No, that's pure ferrite. Alright, let me come back. Shoot one of the little rocks again here. That's actually great. I got a geode? I got a geode. I got 2 of them. Well, that'll help a whole lot. And that gave me some pure ferrite. Oh, nice. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just coming in a little further here, so we're getting the benefits of being inside a cave here. Yep. And we're coming in, and we're gonna put the ferrite dust into the damage scanner here. And here's where things start to change. We can start scanning. We'll start making our first units. We can search for marrow root. There's a marrow root over there. Marrow root will get us sodium. Let's see, it's cobalt into hydrogen. Ooh, happy day. Okay, and then what'll get us the... How about up here? What do we got? Just regular cobalt. Alright, we're gonna take this cobalt into hydrogen and take advantage of that. How about that? Is that a regular rock? It is. It's ferrite dust and oxygen. Ooh, happy day. Weapon charge depleted. Let's use what little carbon we have. I apparently am gonna have to go and get some carbon. But I'm excited because we got good options with the cobalt, so this is gonna work out well. Let's see how much the ferrite dust and oxygen. That's just gonna be ferrite dust. How about you? You're a plant. This carbon. Chromatic metal? Ooh! Oh, I see much in the way of mining. It's gonna be a heavy mining sort of thing, but that's okay. Pure ferrite and carbon. Primary element is golden sap and is carbon, so that's good. When it's only carbon, it usually gives you a lot of it, so that's why it's, you know, a good find. My weapon charge is depleted. I was like, why isn't this working? Alright, well we really only need it for our mining tool anyway, so we're gonna command back. Let's get this. Run, self, little self, run, run. We're going to the cave because we do need the cobalt, you know. Because if we get enough cobalt, then we can make ion batteries, and we can make as many as we want. We are surrounded by a field of ferrite dust and oxygen. So this is suddenly very doable. Now what we don't have is silver, so we're gonna end up having to wander around and find some crystals in the hope that we'll find things like the bronze, or the dirty bronze, or one of those things, so that we can make silver. And then once we have silver, then we can make our little nomad. And as we know with the nomad, what we learned last time when the Vikings set us down on the other world, is if you have the right laser tool, you can just travel and go. But we also learned, one of the things that we learned outside at our educational tutorial, we'll call it Jason Plays, at our educational tutorial, is that you have to have loads of carbon before you start running off in those little exo craft. Because once you start mining and or going far places, the exocraft runs on your carbon. And you can run out of that really quick. So you're going to want to load it up with as much carbon as you can carry, just so that you're not worried about fuel. I am very excited that we're getting sort of this sort of whole auto dehydrogen thing. One dehydrogen at a time, but it's more than zero, and it's sure helpful, you know. So let's take a look here. So there's our carbon, there's our cobalt. This is our future sodium. There's our oxygen. With this, we'll try and gather it as we go. I'm gonna need more than 3 oxygen, but I suspect we'll find that along the way. And we'll scan for it. It's not like we won't scan for it, you know. Right, let me take a moment. We have enough dihydrogen to make a life gel already, so let's do that and get one in our pocket, because it's obvious that we're running a little low here. There we go, there's that, and let's do the same for some ion batteries. Let's just take advantage of the fact that we got stuff with which to work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get more. But that's a fairly good start for a start, you know. We'll try and get 500 cobalt, and then we'll try and get 500 ferrite dust and 500 everything, or as near to it as we can, before we go. But that's why we have established a base. Not only will we try and do all that, we're going to be building things as we go. Not necessarily everything on screen, because I know that it could get... well, I guess it can be interesting, maybe, but it's probably not the most exciting stuff to try and build up. Alright. See, that gave us 16% on our mining beam, so I guess we're gonna have to go searching for more carbon. You know, this time, I'm going to do something while I'm in the cave. Last time I haven't named things, but I think I'm going to name this rock here. As it has oxygen and it's a distinct shape, so I'll remember what it is, okay? I think we're going to rename this Air Rock. And that'll just remind me that it's got oxygen in it. No. I'm renaming it. Yeah. It has. This is a nice cave. Okay, Dominite is also another one, so I'll rename that one later. The only thing that's difficult is all the carbon stuff. There's a walk away. You know what I mean? There's nothing really close to the ship. Oh, what a good idea. We'll take a scan here. Oh, there's sodium not too far away there and not too far away there. And there's some there, and there's some oxygen. Oh, carbon crystals right there. Yep, off screen we can just start walking around and doing that thing where we're collecting materials, including the I ended up using my recently acquired condensed carbon there, but you know, whatever. It is a hot little planet, but we've got such a good start here with the cobalt and the ferrite that I know I can just go ahead and put in an ion battery. And then I guess I'll go ahead and put in the life support gel. We're close enough that I'll feel more comfortable. There we go. Ooh, that is a great question. Did they drop me off in Get Country or not? Let's see. No, we're in Viking. They want me to find Get Country. Those jokers. They think they are so funny. Ha 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 ha. But it's how they teach their young, you know. They do it to their kids too. It's not like they're, you know, being mean about it per se. I mean, they just think they're funny and they send the kids off to learn. And you too must learn how to survive. Free-range camping trip is what this is. We'll take this. In fact, I'm going to take a moment and do another scan and actually look, because sometimes you'll find crystals right by the crystals. Nope, not in this case. That's alright. Ooh, but we did get we got a poppable. A geode or whatever. Alright, yeah, we're probably gonna have to end this here pretty soon. But we got probably about 5 more minutes. See all of this? Those look like fossils to me. I think that we're looking at fossils of some sort. No, there's really not. Let's go take a look at our hazardous ore over there, because that's going to be oxygen. Whoops, and it's going to spank me for that one. But we can scan it. I see that. We'll just get everything that's around here. Like, finally got our little bitty bits of chromatic metal there. We'll still look for copper, because it's still a lot easier to, you know, bulk do copper. But it won't change, it'll be nice to have it in our pocket already. And it's insurance. Oh, we got villagers. Well, the native, the standing, yep. I tend to think of these as the ones who make those mud huts, you know. Now, we're not going to see it on this planet. They live in caves or whatever, you know, but... Oh. There's another one. We got two kinds of these. It is. That's why we're sort of going the opposite direction for a moment. That was a creature of size. I am really looking forward to building my Nomad. Then I can just get the pure ferrite without having to make it. Alright, I think we... How's our oxygen situation? Do we have enough? No, I still have to... It's gonna be a bit, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna stand... We're gonna jump... Yep, and wait for the time to do, and then we're going to exit and come back later. I might be doing some gathering of materials and such like the, you know, kind of like I did last time, off screen. Well, if I break stuff up in my ship, because we can part the ship, I'm going to break up probably this, the rocket launcher. It'll give me 100 copper and 50 condensed carbon. Or I could break up the photon cannon. I can't do both, I can only pick it. But this would give me pure ferrite and sodium nitrite. But copper's harder to get, I think, so that's the one I'm gonna do. And then I can grab the tritium. But, yeah, those are the only two things that I can break up. Everything else has gotta stay. And has to have a professional who will do the parting on that one, so. All right, let's take a look at our what we've got here for the geos. Let's pop that one. Okay, that got us some more pure ferrite. That got us some more cobalt. And this got us some more hydrogen, which is actually really good. So we're gonna make 2 of these and 2 of these. And then I'm gonna make as many of these as I'm gonna make 10 of these for right now. I'll make more later, but I just don't have enough to make a personal refiner yet, which we need 15 more oxygen to do that. But you think I could do a jump in, jump out of the save? Well, let's take a look. What does the save point take? A save point takes a dehydrated jelly and 2 metal platings. I can do that. That'll be my first build then. Oh, I don't have enough to make the hydrogen jelly. Let's see if we got one that's close by. Well, no, because I want it now. I need 40, and so one at a time is going to be too slow, really, so... Of course, looking for it may also be too slow. There we are. There's some. Alright. Run back to the house. Our survival base over here. Yeah. Yep, let's hope we're not missing it by one, yeah. I guess we're good. We're good. We can do this. Whoop! We got a save point. Woohoo! Alright guys, we will see you again next time. I'm gonna save and get out so I can go do the thing, my other thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.